Welcome to the deep dive. You're probably here because, like us, you want to get a handle on what's important fast.
Yeah, whether it's for work, just plain curiosity, or maybe even getting an edge in your fantasy league.
Exactly. And today we're diving into the world of T20 cricket, specifically the IPL, with a look at something called CrickWizard. It's a new AI system that's, well, shaking things up a bit.
Right. And it tackles a really interesting challenge. Think about IPL coaches. They need to make quick calls on players, right? Based on the pitch, weather, the opposition.
hmm
It changes constantly.
And it's the same for fantasy players, isn't it? Trying to pick that perfect team for just the next match. Traditional methods, like just filtering stats, they don't always cut it.
They really don't give you the dynamic picture. You might get generic suggestions or the data feels a bit, I don't know, static.
Okay, so our mission here is to kind of crack open CrickWizard, see how it works, what makes it different. We've gone through the sources explaining it.
Yeah.
We want to give you the quick version, the shortcut to understanding it.
So fundamentally, CrickWizard is aimed at two groups. IPL coaches, obviously, and also fantasy cricket players.
Okay, how does it help each of them?
Well, for coaches, it digs into historical IPL data to suggest the best players for, very specific match conditions.
And for the fantasy folks.
It helps them build potentially high-scoring teams. It's not just about who's good overall, but who's likely suited for that particular match.
That sounds like the key difference. So what's the tech behind it? Sounds complex.
It uses pretty cool stuff. Retrieval augmented generation R, they call it, plus generative AI and this embedding-based search.
Okay, REG, generative AI. Can you break that down a bit?
Sure. Think of it like this. You ask it a specific question, a query. Let's say balanced pitch predicting some early swing.
Right, so not just best bowlers.
Exactly. First, the R-raid part searches through tons of past data to find relevant scenarios, players who performed well when there was early swing on a balanced pitch. It retrieves that specific context.
Gotcha. Finds the relevant history.
Then the generative AI part kicks in. It takes that retrieved info and generates personalized recommendations based on that context. It explains why certain players might be good picks for that situation.
Ah, okay. So if my query was, say, need players with the highest strike rate in the power play, it wouldn't just list everyone with a good strike rate.
Probably not. It would likely find players who specifically have a history of scoring fast early on in similar match context to the one you're asking about.
Yeah.
It adapts.
That's much more dynamic than just static filters. That seems to be the real step up from older systems, right? Moving beyond generic lists.
Precisely. Traditional systems often rely on, let's say, predefined rules or filters. RAG allows CrickWizard to pull in relevant context on the fly and generate insights tailored to the immediate scenario. That's the innovative part.
Okay, sounds powerful. But there has to be a catch, right? Is it like a crystal ball?
Definitely not. And this is really important. The creators are very clear. The recommendations depend entirely on the quality and patterns in the historical IPL data it's trained on.
So past performance isn't always a guarantee of future results, especially in cricket.
Exactly. And they stress that the outputs are experimental. It's meant for, information, maybe some entertainment, especially for fantasy players.
Right. So crucially, no one should be making financial decisions or betting based on this.
Absolutely not. That's a key disclaimer. Use it as a tool, maybe to spark ideas or understand possibilities, but always rely on your own judgment and analysis. It's an aid, not an oracle.
Makes sense. Okay, so wrapping up CrickWizard seems like a genuinely innovative use of AI in cricket. It uses Aura and generative AI to offer these personalized, data-driven suggestions for coaches and fantasy players.
Yeah, it moves beyond simple stats analysis into something more context-aware.
And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? If AI can do this for cricket.
Right. How might systems like this that can process vast data and give tailored dynamic recommendations start changing decision-making in other fields? Think about, I don't know, finance or medicine, any area with lots of complex, fast-changing data.
Definitely some food for thought there.